So what's on the Oklahoma Guru's mind today? Well, today I wanted to talk to you about why I do these videos, so that you get the straight on what's in my heart and my mind when I talk to you as an audience. There is no ulterior motives about what I do. I'm not here to convert, not here to condemn or to bring anybody down. I'm here to share a message with you so that maybe it helps you out in life. Maybe it helps you in your relationships with others that are most important to you. Maybe it reminds you of the love of God in your life, or maybe it will remind you that there is a God. So believe me, if all the world didn't was against me on the reality of Joseph Smith's prophetic calling, it wouldn't matter to me, because I didn't gain my testimony by the fact that somebody told me he was a prophet. I got that through several experiences that have continued through my life, my whole life mostly, but for the last 22 years or 21 years. So I don't need anybody to tell me otherwise. Now, I like hearing people's stories about their conversion to the gospel. It always gives me an uplifting feeling, but that doesn't mean it's going to, that if they lost their testimony at any given time in the future, that it would somehow tear me away from what I believe. It'd probably just give me a chance to respond to them and tell them more about what I feel is truth and how I understand it. And again, I'm going to repeat this over and over in my videos. This is how I see truth, or how I evaluate truth. If it is principled upon the laws of the universe and how they affect the person, the individual. And what my favorite study is religion and how the universe affects the micro and the macro. It's just exciting to me. I love talking about it, and I love talking to people and getting responses from them. And hopefully I can get a response from those who are watching this video today or whenever they watch it, and maybe I could respond to them in kind and give them more of an insight of what I have going on in my mind. Now, again, we can only evaluate the information that we have today when it comes to truth. We can't go beyond. We can't. The only way we go beyond the truths of today is through discovery, is through deep thought. It's the same principle as a child learning how to count, knowing that this right here, the singular, is represented what we call one, and in Espanol, uno. So it then from that single digit, we expand it to 1 + 1 equals 2, coming together. And then as we continue to develop our minds mathematically, and I'm no mathematician, but I can tell you that philosophically and just out of sheer common sense, that once you learn a foundation that is truth, then it will allow you to expand the growth of your understanding more deeply in the subject, such as learning just 1 + 1 equals 2, and then you go into subtraction and multiplication, division, decimals, fractions, and geometry and algebra, trigonometry, and all sorts of kinds of math. Math that I don't even get into because I didn't need it in my life. I just didn't have any appeal. It didn't appeal to me. But what has appealed to me all my life was science and religion. So that's what I do best. But again, so how do I derive from truth? How do I come about what I see as truth? Well, again, if you're wanting to be successful with your relationships, well, it's most important that you understand the effects that you have on those around you. And the things that we participate in are going to either be a negative result or a negative impact on our lives and the lives around us, or a positive effect. Now, I would like to, let's say that you have a God. Now, those who don't have a God, I would say that you're, once I explain to you how all things are inferior to the superior, and you just can't walk away from them. But we'll just go right now to those who believe in a God. How do you create a more harmonious relationship with a God who's perfect, or with a heavenly being that conditions himself to say, I am in no tolerance of any kind of sin at all, and so much so that he had to give up his only begotten Son, who atoned for the sins of the world. He said, I absolutely will be so intolerant of sin that, but with the magnitude of his love, he sent his only begotten Son who died upon the cross in order for to create a more perfect individual, so that they could be in his presence. So that's how important his kingdom is to himself. And no unclean thing can enter into the kingdom of God or see God. So so if we are wanting a closer relationship with our Father in heaven, Jesus Christ, so we have to be clean. We have to continue to strive to become more clean and to become more perfected. I mean, is it just when Jesus says, be ye therefore perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect, is he just kind of bringing that comment about because it was an ending statement that sounded good? Or did he really mean it? It's like those who say, well, what do you want? Where do you want to be after you die? Well, I want to be with God. Well, yeah, okay. Well, if you want to be with God there, then why wouldn't you want to be with him right now and in this moment? Are you okay with separating yourself from God at this time, but wanting to be with him after you die? That doesn't, our desires don't change based on our status in the universe, meaning our whether we're corporal or spirit. It's all the same. It doesn't change. And if we want to be with God now, then we'll show ourselves to want to be with God now. And if we don't want to be with God right now, then we'll show that. And that will carry on throughout our eternity. At least that's the way I feel about it. Now, there's special occasions where, of course, people live in places or times that they could not find themselves a path to God. Maybe there's just too much on them, and that was just their plight or their folly or their life, but they were there meant for somebody else to help them grow in their relationship. So we all have a purpose in this life. It's just not everybody going to be steady as they go and everybody on the same ship. there's going to be quite a battle out there of who's going to be on the right side of God, or who's going to defend Satan and his minions. So we got to be careful, and we got to enjoy life as it's presented to us, but we have to enjoy it with the foundation of truth and principle that will secure our family and and the relationships with our family and relationship with our God. That's if you have a God. My next video will be talking more about whether there's a God or not, how that works out. But I'm just going to I'm just going to end my video now and let you know it's been fun talking to you. And so this is the Oklahoma Guru signing out. So if you have a comment or a question about what I've said on this video, just go ahead and drop me a line in the comment section. If you like this video, please click the button and maybe share and subscribe to the channel. So that way, like I said, in the end, I'm not here for a great audience or a great following. I'm here just because I enjoy the videos that I make, and just if I affect one person, that's well and good for me. So this is the Oklahoma Guru signing out. Y'all have a great day.